Alright, Mr. Fake Crash, back at it again. Alright, don't want any maps or characters to return. In fact, I don't like Crash Bandicoot. I don't understand why I bother with this mid-franchise. What's up, Bandicrew, and welcome back to another Crash Team Rumble discussion video featuring you guys. Alright, so I went to Twitter the other day and asked what locales or levels or locations from the Crash Bandicoot universe you would like to see appear in Crash Team Rumble, as it has been made aware to us from the PlayStation promotional trailer that they did with just an amazing remix for the first Crash Bandicoot theme song. Probably my favorite, but from that little promotional trailer that we got for Crash Team Rumble from PlayStation, they mentioned various different locales could potentially be put into the game from previous Crash games. So I went to Twitter and I asked you guys which locations you would like to see, and this is pretty much just going over and discussing various different levels from the Crash Bandicoot universe from those who replied, and then giving my own opinions, and then obviously giving a few other suggestions as well. So let's go ahead and crash right into it. Alright, this one comes from Velo. They say, Uka Uka Tree from Crash of the Titans and Ratsicle Kingdom from Mind or a Mutant. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm not too familiar with the locales from Titans and Mutant because I didn't really play those games as much growing up. I looked at them and I was like, oh yeah, you know, that's an interesting take on Crash Bandicoot, but I'm not too much of a big fan of it. Though the Uka Uka Tree definitely looks familiar from what I'm looking at here. And this, Icicle Kingdom, I think I remember from Mind Over Mutant as well. It is very possible that we might have some Titans and Mind Over Mutant references, one of them being Tana's gameplay style. A lot of people pointed out in, I believe it was Canadian Guy A's video of his playtime with Tana. A lot of her attacks and her moveset looks very similar to how Crash controlled in Crash of the Titans and Mutant, so that's pretty cool. I wouldn't doubt it that they'd have like a Mind Over Mutant or Titans reference stage later on in the lifespan of this game. So I think Uka Uka Tree would definitely be interesting. Maybe you could have the Uka Uka Tree in the background and just this arena in the treetops, or maybe it takes place on top of Uka Uka's tree from Crash of the Titans. That would be really interesting. I think a high woodland kind of area type stage would really fit well with Crash. And for the Ratsicle Kingdom, I think I could also see that as well, as we don't really have an ice stage or an ice location yet. And plus, I mean, just seeing that castle in the background, having a courtyard, maybe the courtyard of the castle be the battleground, that would be really cool. Let me know what you guys think of Velo's suggestions in the comments, and let's move on. Alright, this one comes from Madam Amberly. Wow, herself? Thank you so much, Madam Amberly. It is such an honor to have you in my comments section. The Academy of Evil, obviously, and also would hope for Madam Amberly to be playable. It's her time to shine. I couldn't agree more. Madam Amberly, if you don't know who Madam Amberly is, then you need to go play Twinsanity. But I do love Madam. I do love Madam Amberly as a character. I think she's really unique. Definitely would be really sick to have her as a playable character. We missed out on a chance of getting her playable in Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, but I did like how she was referenced in Nina's Nightmare. And then I think the Academy of Evil as a stage within itself is interesting, especially if you're going to add in Nina as a character later on down the line. Having an Academy of Evil stage would be pretty sick, not gonna lie. And just imagine the Academy of Evil being this big courtyard of the school, or maybe a classroom or something, and one of the hazards that you get to activate with the relic station is the bus coming flying in, and you just hear Cortex going, "Nina, hurry or you'll miss the bus," or whatever he says, you know? That would be really interesting to see. I would love to see a lot of Twinsanity locales come through, the Papu Papu's village. I believe that would be really sick. The iceberg layer, or the iceberg lab for Cortex, would be awesome. Twinsanity Island itself would be really awesome. Have Evil Crash as if you can't get him in as a playable character, have him as a relic station. But yeah, no, that would be interesting. Let me know your ideas for Academy of Evil stage in the comments down below, and thank you, Madam Amberly, for replying. Alright, this next one comes from Sad Bandicoot 26. They also recommend the Academy of Evil from Twinsanity. Again, touching back up on what I was saying with Madam Amberly, definitely would love to see this come through. And this being the first time that I'm seeing a stage asked for in a row through this list, I would say that Academy of Evil is probably a very popular choice that a lot of people would like to see. So Jetto says they have screenshots here. Another Academy of Evil screenshot. They also have Twinsanity Island. representing the Twinsanity Island fan. All right, all right. That would be cool. I would definitely love to see Twinsanity Island. They also have the Arabic area from Crash Bandicoot 3, as well as the behaving area from Crash Bandicoot 2. Ooh, that would be so interesting, having the bees as like a relic station that you can activate and just have swarm the other team. That would be so funny. I would actually enjoy that a lot. Maybe the bees could be like a hazard that each team could activate, and then you get this swarm of bees. It's like the Uka Uka mask, but there's just swarms of bees just going everywhere. I think that would be really cool. The Arabic level, obviously, very classic for Crash. And if Mel Entropy does get it, I think it would fit him very well. And just overall, the aesthetic of the Arabian like areas in Crash Bandicoot 3 was really nice to look at. I love the art style, and I love the environment within itself. So I definitely could see that happening. Thank you for the suggestion, Jetto. Tiny Hammer, this is interesting, says, honestly, any places would do, though being a racing fan, I wouldn't mind some tracks from CTR and or possibly Crash Nitro Kart, mostly. So it'd be very interesting to see a lot of the stages from both racing games get put in, like Out of Time or Clockwork Wumpa, Electron Avenue, Hot Air Skyway, Engine Labs. Engine Labs would be pretty interesting. Cortex Castle, Polar Pass, you got all those kinds of different areas. Tiny Arena, Coco Park. I think a lot of these stages are a part of the racing games, I think I could see it as like a collaboration like kind of thing where they try and tie all the stages together. Obviously there are going to be unique stages, and some of these unique stages could potentially take assets or ideas from these tracks from Crash Nitro Kart and Crash Team Racing. But yeah, I think it would be very interesting to see how they would work in like a stage that's a complete reference to the racing game. Maybe you could make it like the big like amusement park that Von Clutch had in Tag Team Racing, where you're fighting in the amusement park with rides going on in the background. I think that'd be really cool. But yeah, all right. Let me know if there are any CTR or C&K stages that you would like to see get transformed to a stage specifically for Crash Team Rumble in the comments down below. This one comes from ASO. I probably said it before, but I really want to see Dragon Mines as a stage. I believe I remember you saying that when I was streaming Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled recently, so yes, I do remember that. And obviously she is saying this because she wants more Komodo Brothers representation in the game overall, which, I mean, again, I think the Komodo Brothers have a chance. I won't rule them out, but we'll have to wait and see. So obviously Dragon Mines would be very interesting to see reworked into some kind of like battle arena stage, going back to the idea of CTR and C&K having stages transformed into these battle arenas for Crash Team Rumble. Hot Air Skyway, another one, because of the pinstripe representation. Now, Offbeat, that would be very interesting to see. I love the aesthetics of like I guess you could kind of say it's kind of based off of New Orleans in a way. Love it, love it. I would love to see that. And then obviously you have the Tranquility Falls was another one. We'll have to wait and see. I definitely do want Hot Air Skyway or some kind of casino theme level. I'm a sucker for those aesthetics. All right, Mr. Fake Crash, back at it again. All right, don't want any maps or characters to return. In fact, I don't like Crash Bandicoot. I don't understand why bother with this mid-franchise. I'm at a loss for words. I didn't have a meme or anything planned, but you know, I'm sorry. What am I saying? Obviously, he was kidding again. He says, just kidding. I want Electron Avenue, Mega Mix Mania, Doominator from Titans as a stage, and Green Hill Zone? Let's get something straight here, alright? You and me? We're getting something straight, alright? This is Sonic. Yes, he is. This is Sonic, alright? This is best Sonic, all right? We don't need any of the trash over there that I just broke glass with or whatever, just threw over there. This, everything about this, okay? This is what's important. That can stay over there. This is what we care about, okay? Just gonna put him down gently. But Mega Mix Mania, come on, dude. We already have Calamity Canyon, which, by the way, is a reference to Calamity Canyon. A reference to Calamity. I want to say Ganyon so freaking bad. A reference to Calamity Ganon from Breath of the Wild, whatever the game's called. So I don't really see the need for Mega Mix Mania, since, again, Calamity Canyon's already kind of feeling that kind of wastelandy vibe, but more to you. I will give you that. Electron Avenue would be really sick to be transformed into a stage. I would play that stage every day. All day, every day, alright? We better get something like Electron Avenue. And then Doominator from Titans. Is that where you're fighting Cortex? Is that like his big machine that you're fighting on? I don't remember much from Titans. Alright, this one comes from Chomper. I have a ton of picks, but here's the 4 of them. Stormy Ascent, Cortex Castle, Piston It Away, Oxide Station, and Mount Grimly, Minor Mutant. Yes, Stormy Ascent would be very interesting. I think a castle-themed level overall would be really interesting. It'd be fun to have like the storm aesthetic, and then obviously the grand castle in the background. So again, Cortex Castle within itself would be amazing to fight in, I believe. Piston It Away, having like a futuristic kind of setting for a city. Again, going back to sort of like Electron Avenue, I definitely could see being worked into it. Oxide Station would be really fun. I don't know if like they'd have a different hazard for Oxide Station, since they're already using Oxide for Calamity Canyon, but we don't know if they're gonna end up reusing some of these like stage hazards in future ones. Like I could totally see, like, for example, just Beachy having the extra gym pad. If there's like a stage they don't really know what hazard to put in, they could just easily replicate it to give you an extra gym pad for whoever's team decides to activate that relic station. So that would be very interesting. And then Mount Grimly, I don't know. I don't even think I got that far in Mutant, to be honest. I think I beat Titans, but I didn't beat Mutant. Based off of the art you gave me here, it looks pretty grim and pretty nightmarish, sort of similar to the Academy of Evil. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know particularly what you could do with that stage, but seems interesting to me. This one comes from Flawless Account. Easy. Skylanders Academy, Wilkin Village, Chaos Castle, Earth Elemental Gate. As a spin-off of the Skylander series, featuring our favorite Sensei Skylander, the game should at least acknowledge the vast world of Skylands. That's funny, because I thought Skylanders was a spin-off of Crash, and I thought Spyro was a spin-off of Crash. Moving on. Rumble Bob says maybe some locations for Crash Bash so people actually for Bash Remake could finally, and also snow levels from Crash 2 and prehistoric medieval Arabic locations from Warped and Offbeat level from It's About Time. To those who want a Crash Bash Remake. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? But I feel like a lot of the level themes for Team Rumble may take some inspiration from Bash. You can't even really compare it to Bash, because Bash is a mini-game collection, whereas this is more of a brawling platformer kind of arena type game. So, you know, and then obviously I do agree the prehistoric, medieval, and Arabic locations from Warped, some levels, some of the snow levels of Crash 2, like Cold Hard Crash, would be pretty interesting to see. Brandon says, I'm looking forward to seeing the video. I hope you enjoy it. And then this one comes from I'm gonna say Medias. If I pronounce it wrong, correct me in the comments. I would love to see a level similar to the Classroom Chaos stage from Academy of Evil and Twin Insanity, or maybe even a stage based on Nina's Nightmare track from Nitro Fueled. Alright, so yeah, going back to the Academy of Evil, it seems that a lot of people really want to see Academy of Evil get turned into some kind of stage, or there be something similar to Academy of Evil put into Crash Team Rumble, and I think I can see that, and I can agree. I think having that would be really cool. And again, if Madame Amberly doesn't get in as a playable character, obviously you can use her as a stage hazard, because she can wreck some stuff up, right? It's her academy. Don't mess with the Madam of the Amberly. But yeah, that seems to be it for all the suggestions. Thank you guys so much for replying. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to leave a like. Comment down below what stage that you would love to see get into Crash Team Rumble. Is it a new idea? Is it 2 stages mismatched together to make something awesome? Thinking about it from my end, I think I would love to see pretty much everything that people suggested get in. But not specifically from the Crash side of things, as we know that there might be some Spyro representation in the game. For me personally, I think I would love to see a location like Hurricos. I don't know what it is about the vibe of Hurricos, but I love that location, and I think it'd be really fun to get more than just the Artesian's world represented in another game that features Spyro. And hopefully we'll get more Spyro levels on top of that, because I felt very... While I was very happy that I did get one level in Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, I felt very, I don't know, kind of disappointed that it was just a reference to Spyro 1, and there are tons of locations from Spyro that you could just put into a game like that, but maybe we'll talk about that in another video. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell if you want to keep more Crash Team Rumble discussions, Crash Bandicoot, anything. And as always, I'll catch you guys